Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Godzilla vs. Kong. The film is finally here. We've been waiting for the last couple of years since the announcement of this film coming. Of course, it got delayed, and now it is here. I'm excited as hell. I loved all the trailers I saw. There's a lot of the stuff they would put out, like trailers and clip stuff, that I kind of ignored and didn't want to look at. We all know Mechagodzilla's in this movie. We all just know. I mean, they kind of dropped the ball on that with not really hiding it too well. And then they're like, fuck it. Towards the end, they're like, hey, here's footage. I haven't seen the footage of it. I just know that Mechagodzilla's confirmed. People have been hyping up this shit. People who've seen it already have been praising it. People, of course, are still critiquing the human side of the story here, which is really a big portion of these films. For me personally, I don't like the human stuff too much. Some stuff's interesting, I think. I actually watched Kong Skull Island for Patreon as a commentary, kind of watching the film again. And there were some things I didn't remember of that film, and there were some things I liked about the human side of it. The stuff that stood out was, of course, Kong. So I'm hopeful that at least some of the stuff will be interesting on the human side of it, because I'm here for Godzilla versus King Kong. That's why I'm watching this movie. I'm not watching this for some amazing human interaction, amazing human story, the drama between the human characters. That to me doesn't really matter at the end of the day. As long as some of it's compelling enough to keep me going through the film as I'm waiting for the next thing to happen in terms of Kong or Godzilla, then okay. That's completely fine. So I'm excited. I'm hyped. People have been saying Team Kong, Team Godzilla. I was raised on Godzilla. I grew up watching Godzilla. All those old films, I watched them non-stop. But I love King Kong, so don't get me wrong. But I grew up on Godzilla, so that's why I was so excited to hear about this new MonsterVerse they were doing. It just really got me really excited to see what else can be done with this character. And so I'm excited we got to this point. Now, my hope is that this film is successful, because Godzilla King of the Monsters wasn't really a huge success. I overall enjoyed that film. I really had a good time watching it, but this film has to succeed in order for the MonsterVerse, I think, to continue, because right now it's not doing so well. So please let it be successful. So here we go, guys. Let's get into now and check out this film and see how well it is. Please be good. Please let me enjoy it. Please. Here we go. Wakey, wakey. Oh. I mean, I wish they didn't reveal this in the trailer, that he's not on Skull Island, but
we need to start thinking about off-site solutions.
Gotham! Gotham! Hello!
There's an ecosystem out there, the likes of which we can't imagine.
John Goodman's character from Kong Skull Island. I mean, if you're copying the thing from the system, wouldn't people track that? That was a cool shot. Holy shit. My god.
Something provoking that we're not seeing here. Why else would Godzilla flash an intimidation display if there wasn't another Titan around?
Oh, so the theory's real. Do you? He's pissed. He's like, why am I in here? He's just sleeping.
Who's the idiot who came up with this idea?
That's a good question. Who's the idiot who came up with this idea? Like, he can break out easily, I would think.
We've avoided all Godzilla's known territorial waters according to your guidelines.
I was wondering, like, what the heck? He's probably didn't shut up yet. It's so interesting from her perspective, because she can't hear anything. All she has is the visual of it. She calmed him down. Oh! Oh, shit!
My father works for Monarch, and my mother was...
I'm a Russell, right?
So you know her.
I feel like we should come up with a plan.
We're breaking into Apex.
Wait, what?
You heard it?
We're just gonna break into Apex. No plan. It makes sense. You don't trust anybody because you're in a dome, not on your island, Skull Island, so... He's coming. Yep, he's coming. I ain't gonna do nothing. Whoa. He's pissed. He's so pissed. Oh, the punch. Slow. God. In the face. Yep. Whoa. He almost died.
This better work.
It's interesting. Cutting everything down, he'll think he won. Will it work, though? That's a cool shot. They just got down there miraculously.
Skull crawlers. What's Apex doing with skull crawlers?
I'm surprised that worked. How many helicopters is that? Jesus. He's gonna get disappointed because I doubt there's other... I doubt it. Holy crap. This is crazy. This is really crazy. Just really bizarre. Thank you. Wow. So, there's a whole ecosystem down here. I'm not even going to question anymore because this is such a weird concept, but... Okay. Is that... I think that's it. The eye. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. They just keep throwing in really cool shit here. Okay. The music is just making this so much cooler, you know what I'm saying? Interesting. So this is the head they found in the after credit scene, right? They have no idea. Oh, shit. That's pretty cool. Okay. He's like, whatever. Round 2. Oh. Dude, come on. This is really unfortunate. I hope... Oh my god. I can't believe I'm actually watching this. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Nice. Boom. Jesus. I like how they're bringing them to the boss of Apex. And there's Godzilla, of course. Tricked him. Dude. Dragging his ass. Damn. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So round 3, technically still continuation of round 2, but technically round 3, Godzilla wins. My god. Okay, goddamn. Jesus. Sneaky. My God. This is so good. Nice. Yeah, I saw that coming. God, come on, man. He's just humiliating him at this point. God damn it. Come on. Yes, okay. Just walking away. There you guys have it. Godzilla versus Kong. This, of course, is going to be my initial thoughts. After just finishing the film, I'll have a review separate. That's, after I have some time to think more on it before I give my review. But this is just my initial thoughts right after. The fight scenes are fantastic. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. The characters, in terms of not Kong or Godzilla, the human characters overall, they're okay. Like, there was nothing to where I was like, oh, this is a great character. Oh, this is a really interesting character. The little girl, who I believe is the last member of the tribe that was on Skull Island, I like the fact that she's deaf because it adds another layer to her character and her connection with Kong, because she's able to communicate with him. I think that's interesting, because Kong, I don't think, can understand English or any type of language, but sign language, it's been known that monkeys can learn sign language. So the idea of Kong communicating with this girl, who's also the last member of the tribe that had a connection to Kong in a sense through Skull Island, we saw in the Kong Skull Island film, it adds layers of more interesting elements to that. Now, this is obviously Godzilla versus Kong. There's a number of fights they have in the film. Of course, Godzilla's in the mix. This felt more like a Kong movie than it was a Godzilla versus Kong. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla had some moments throughout the film where he was in, but it felt like it was more of a Kong film, a King Kong film, than a Godzilla versus Kong film, in a sense of that we had a lot more screen time and a lot more time with characters in connection to King Kong. There was nothing to where, like, I understand Millie Bobby Brown's character, along with Joseph, or whatever the kid's name is, he's from Deadpool. I've seen him, he was in Deadpool 2, I believe, and this guy who runs a podcast, talking about all this conspiracy stuff about the Titans and everything, and, like, they're on Godzilla's side, but they were not, like, with Godzilla the whole entire time as we're going throughout the story. Like, they're separately off trying to figure out what's happening with Godzilla. They're not really connected to showing, when we see King Kong, we see the little girl, we see her adoptive mother who adopted her, we see this guy who has this Hollow Earth theory. So we have all these connections tying in, and then there's Kong right there. So we're able to kind of have that, still seeing King Kong a lot more. So it feels like more of a King Kong film. It does. It doesn't take away from the fact that, this is a Godzilla vs. King Kong fight. There's several fights. Of course, they team up together to take on Mechagodzilla. I was surprised by the ending just because I felt that Godzilla just kind of walks away. And I thought that maybe there would be more of a recognition of the fact that we just need to, like, stay out of each other's way unless something major happens like that. Because Mechagodzilla was clearly destroying Godzilla. Because throughout the film, we were seeing Godzilla versus Kong. And the first fight, of course, out in the ocean, Godzilla clearly won that. If the army or whatever, if they would not have stepped in, the Navy or whatever, if they would not have stepped in, Kong would have died, I'm guessing. Clearly. I think he would have died. So, round 2, Kong won that one. And then, even though it's kind of a continuation because the fight technically was on pause for a little bit, I would consider round 3 before Mechagodzilla shows up, Godzilla won that one. So, Godzilla clearly is the winner here in terms of overall the fights. But then they show Godzilla, because Godzilla was wrecking shop for a good portion of this film on King Kong. King Kong was getting, of course, the upper hand in the second round, and he, of course, won that with the axe. But the thing is that Mechagodzilla was just destroying Godzilla. And Kong only won because Godzilla charged up the axe for him, and that's what ultimately won the fight. So I felt that was pretty good for them to team up in a sense, working together when they were fighting through the whole film. I kind of wish, and I'm not saying they should have showed this. It would have been cool if they would have. They were mentioning this whole thing of a backstory of Godzilla species and Kong species had a war. I would have liked to learn more about that if they could have found some, maybe on the walls of the Hollow Earth inside that room where where he finds the axe. If maybe there's like a mural or something we see, and maybe they're deciphering a language or something, and they're able to kind of tell about a war, or I don't know. Maybe there wouldn't be a mural because it's a Hollow Earth thing, and there wouldn't be any humans down there. But you get my point. They could have found something to maybe tell us more about that, because they were heavily talking about that in the trailers, the ones at least that I saw, about the fact that they're kind of in a war, and they're the last two left. Well, you know, in the film, you find out that technically what's causing Godzilla to go fucking bananas and crazy is that Apex, this company, is building Mechagodzilla. That's what caused him to go to, in the opening film, destroy that facility. He goes after King Kong because they mentioned the war, so of course he goes after King Kong. But realistically, what's making him go crazy and all that shit is Godzilla, because he's sensing this presence. And as that guy said before he killed, of course, the guy killed. And it was interesting. It was ran by the genetics or whatever of Ghidorah, King Ghidorah. Makes you think, like, Mecha King Ghidorah? I don't think they'll ever do that, but I don't know. It would be really interesting. That would have been a more crazier move. Instead of Mecha Godzilla, Mecha King Ghidorah. Not saying they would have done that, but imagine if the twist, because there was like people like, ooh, Mechagodzilla's in the movie. It's a twist. Turns out it's Mecha King Ghidorah. That would have been crazy. Just saying. But anyways. So the overall human side of the story, the main guy running Apex who sent that guy on the Hollow Earth to the mission, of course his daughter shows up and they take that sample. The daughter, throwaway character, no one really cares about her. The main guy running Apex is clearly a villain, and of course he brings Millie Bobby Brown and the podcast guy and her friend into the room where Mechagodzilla is, of course, and telling all about this stuff. Of course, it's a typical trope. They should have just completely redone that, because that was so typical for them to do that. So generic. It was like, come on, nothing interesting here. It's just, okay, boring, whatever. His character was really meaningless. He was just a typical bad guy. I mean, come on. So they could have done a better job. Chandler, I forget his name, Chandler, whatever, was in this. I was a Chandler Bing. That's from Friends. So we had Kyle Chandler. Kyle Chandler. Is that his name? Anyways, the actor who was, of course, in Godzilla King of the Monsters, dad to Millie Bobby Brown in this movie. I wish he would have had more screen time, just because I thought his character was a little bit interesting. At least I thought he was in Godzilla King of the Monsters. So I kind of wish he was in it more, but whatever. So, like I was saying, overall, this film has some fantastic action. The CG is great, of course. We're going to see a lot of Kong, so I'm fine with that. And the way they kind of ended it was a little bit, I don't know, it felt kind of sudden. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were literally fighting 2.5 minutes ago, and all of a sudden, we're over. We're done. And we're credits. I just feel like they could have maybe ended on a different note, but then again, it ends with Kong having his home, and Godzilla's just gone again. So I feel like that was just kind of a weird ending. I mean, maybe there was like some rewrites or something, because I feel like maybe there was probably different endings to this. Or maybe there was a different, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just feel like they kind of just rushed the ending to get it done. I don't know. For me, they should have done some more with that, but... So I like the whole Hollow Earth thing. I think that's really interesting. The fact that it's upside down, and he can transition between upside down, where then it goes right side up if he goes over there. It's a really interesting concept of this whole Hollow Earth, and of course we have these creatures, so there's a whole ecosystem within the Hollow Earth. I don't know what else is being hidden out there, or what's going on. Because if they're going to continue the MonsterVerse, they're going to have to come up with something. You know what I'm saying? To bring forth Kong again, or Godzilla. Because now Kong's now the size of Godzilla, basically, you know, a little bit smaller, I think he was. So I'm wondering if they're going to do another Kong film, another Godzilla film, maybe a team-up movie between them, teaming up to fight something, I don't know. But I would like to hope that they could continue in some sort of capacity this MonsterVerse. Because I feel like this is a great build-up film to kind of introduce these characters, and then for them to fight together, of course, and then to fight Mechagodzilla. So if they were to come together again in some way, just don't have another mecha character they have to fight. Hush. The dog over here. Another mecha character like Mecha King Ghidorah, which would be cool if they would do that, but people are saying now Gamera. Have Gamera in the show. Why not? So anyways, what do you guys think of Godzilla vs. Kong? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comment section below, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.